Hi, I'm David Kortze from South Africa. I'm a serial entrepreneur, a self-made millionaire. I've got multiple companies. I'm a singer, songwriter, musician. I'm a sound engineer. I do DJ work also. I'm a keen investor. I'm a Bitcoin miner. I believe in cryptocurrency. Maybe you don't. It doesn't matter. I'm a leader in my community, and most of all, I'm a family man. So that's a little bit about me. So what is my program about? Well, I'm the CEO of DK Construction, and I've built over 100 houses in my life for clients, for myself, and I know a little bit about the building process. And in this program, I would try and explain to you how the process works, to educate you when you want to build a new house, do a build on, that you'll know what the process will be. So I'll go through all the different things. So let's start. I'm a master builder. That means I am registered with the Master Builder Association. What is the Master Builder Association all about? And what benefit has it got for yourself? Well, for me, belonging to them, there's a certain standard I need to abide by. And it helps you as a client, and if I'm your builder, to make sure I do a proper job. There's certain wages that I need to sort out. There's BIBC. There's quite a few things that they look at. But at the end of the day, if I've got a problem, I can phone them up and say, listen, I've got a problem, help me with health and safety, help me with whatever in the building trade I need, and they'll come out and help the builder. But they will help the client also, obviously. I'm also a member and registered with the NHBRC. NHBRC, we've heard a lot of negative things about the NHBRC. From my side, in the beginning, I was a bit negative because I thought there's just a money-making scheme. But at the end of the day, it makes sense that the NHBRC has got a role to play. So what does the NHBRC do for you? And what does it mean? What's going to happen when they get involved? Unfortunately, they do get involved from the beginning. If you want to build a new house, you have to enroll your house with the NHBRC. You're going to pay a fee. I'm not going to get into the fees. But you pay a fee, and that gives you a guarantee of 5 years on your building. The bank will not finance your building if you're not enrolled with the NHBRC. You cannot build houses cash on your own today anymore. It doesn't work that way. Law doesn't allow you to do that. So it's very important to understand that NHBRC is one of the crucial parts of your building process. The next thing is also your engineer. Obviously, you have to get an engineer that looks at your foundations, your floor, your roof. If there's a double story, they look at your deck. They are the people that will tell you exactly how this must be designed, or what steel to put in your foundations, and how to go about it. It safeguards yourself, the bank, and myself to make sure we do the right thing. So the municipality. So what is their role? So obviously you need to get a plan approved through the municipality. So you'll have to get an architect that knows your story. He needs to design the house according to the rules and regulations of the land. When they put it in, they have a look at it, they approve the plan. The plan comes back, then you take that to the bank, and obviously the process goes on. So how does the building inspector fit into this whole thing? Because you've got NHBRC that's doing site visits, you've got the bank that's doing site visits, you've got the engineer doing site visits. So now you've got also the building inspector that also does site visits. He comes out 3 times. The first time he comes out is after you've digged the foundations. He wants to have the lines up, he wants to make sure that you're square. Right, when that's done, he comes back a second time. The second time he comes back, so look at your sewage. If your sewage is falling at the right way, obviously, if it's where you start high enough or low enough, there's a certain way it must be done. In different videos we can discuss exactly how it must be done if you really want to know more about it. But he checks the fall of it and makes sure it's done properly, and then only I can close it and go on with the building. And at the end, he comes out for a 3rd time where he gives you occupation certificate. So he walks into the house, he makes sure there's hot water. He looks in the cupboards, makes sure there's no leaks. He looks at that at least the finish of the house is proper and is in a good standard, and that he's very happy with it. Obviously, there is a lot of certificates that we have to give him. Glazing certificates, plumbing certificates, electrical certificates. I can go on. We will get into that in a later stage. So when he gives you occupation certificate, obviously then only you can go to the bank, give it to the bank. What's nice about this whole situation is the bank will not pay out without that occupation certificate. The last 10% residual they keep back, they will only pay out when they got the occupation certificate. A letter from yourself, they say you're happy, and you sign the last payment off. So it safeguards you to make sure that everybody is happy with the building, that yourself is also happy with the building that has been built. So there is the structure that's in place is to safeguard the municipality, the bank, yourself, and the builder, to make sure he actually gets his money at the end of the day, but obviously he needs to do a proper job. Let's talk about the bank. So you're going to have to get quotes from different builders. You accept one, you send it to the bank with your plan. They'll have a look at it. They look at the value of what you want to build. They'll see what the quote is. They'll decide if it's under or over or it's fine, and they will approve it. They won't approve it if the builder is not registered with NHBRC, obviously. He doesn't have to be a master builder. That is just an extra bonus if you get a builder that's actually registered with the Master Builder Association, like myself. So what happens then? So now I will go and I'll build out your floor for you. At floor stage, I'll ask the bank to pay me some money for the floor. They'll pay out whatever I ask if it's within the percentage of the building loan. So they'll actually will decide at the end of the day what they're going to pay me. They will pay me and they won't pay the client. Why would they won't pay the client? Because maybe the client goes on a shopping spree and go buy some stuff with it, doesn't pay the builder, and the building doesn't get finished. So there's risk. I've worked with all the major banks. They all work the same. Their admin situation is a bit different, but otherwise it works right through the same. Now what happens at the end? So at the end there's a 10% residual they always keep back. They will only pay the last 10% out of the building loan when they've got the occupation certificate from the building inspector. Once again, it safeguards you that the builder won't get his money when he wants it. He'll get his money when the bank, the building inspector, is happy. And you have to sign also off the last payment, and you'll have to sign a happy letter also. So there's a process in place. The client also needs to be happy. If there's a problem, the builder needs to sort out whatever needs to be sorted out. So that is how the bank process works. So let us just sum up what I've said. So first of all, you're going to go find some ground. You're going to do a plot and plan. You're going to apply for a building loan. How you're going to do that is get a quote from a builder. Make sure he's NHBRC enrolled. Make sure that he's a proper builder. Please make sure that the quote he gives you makes sense. Get more than one quote, please. The cheapest quote, throw it away. I always say, when you build cheap, you build very expensive at the end of the day. I will, through all these programs, I will talk to you about personal experience with people that decided to build with somebody else. That was much cheaper, and I had to go back and I had to fix it. It does happen. To go on, must be enrolled in NHBRC. You send it through, the bank approves it. The bank will ask for quite a lot of things. They want the approved plan. We can still talk about municipality plans, architectural side of it. They want the engineer. They want to know who the builder is. They want to make sure that the building credentials right. Now, they make a mistake. The banks know who the builders are. When I send my credentials through to them, they know who DK Construction are because they dealt with me before. So obviously, that will be better for the client if the bank knows a builder and they've worked with me before. But that's back office stuff. Nothing that you or me can actually have any say over. So that's my story for now. So from here on, we're going to go on site and I'm going to explain the building process of the whole house for you. We're going to start right at the beginning, clean the ground, get the foundations out. It's going to be very simple. You're going to have opportunities to ask questions. Please subscribe to my channel. Ask the questions. I'll do videos on it anytime. Hope you'll enjoy the videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.